What's going on, guys? So GameSir actually decided to send me their new G7 Pro controller that just came out for me to review and show you guys. But before we open this box, I want to let you guys know, even though they sent this to me, they still gave me complete control over what I say, so whatever opinions I end up having in this video are my opinions, and it's not because I was paid to make this video. Let me go ahead and open this box for you guys. And it's a little banged up right now because it came from China. It took about a week. It didn't take too long. I wanted to show you guys the unboxing as well as my first impressions of this controller. Alright, so it slides out this way. Okay. And I'm assuming, yep, it just comes right up right here. And there's the controller. It actually looks like the D-pad got, you see that? The D-pad got shuffled around in there. So that could be something that if GameSir, if you're watching this, that could be an issue. So make sure, just like you tie down these, maybe tie down this D-pad a little bit. So, okay, let's start with this accessory. So this controller actually came with a charging dock, which, guys, this controller is $70 and it came with a charging dock, okay? And it looks it's pretty nice. Has a nice finish on it. It's like a texturized finish. It's not too bad. And the USB-C goes in the back. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, I don't have fingernails, so I'm gonna and if I'm not mistaken, there's, yeah, you can plug in the dongle right there. The dongle that goes to your PC, and if you hook this up for wireless charging with that dongle in there, you won't have to hook the dongle up into your PC. As long as it's connected in here and this is connected to the PC, you only have to use one port to use this controller, so that's super nice. Okay, we'll set that there, and then let's get this controller here. Let's move this controller to the side and see what else this came with. I'm assuming this right here is the dongle. Yeah, this is the dongle. So I'm actually going to put that on right now because I don't want to have to plug this into my PC. Alright, so yeah, now that this dongle's in here, if I just connect this straight to my PC, I should be able to get my connection without having to use two ports for the wireless charger and the dongle separately. So that's super cool and really nice. And we'll set that right there. And then right here we have two D-pad variants. Here's the two D-pad variants. We'll set those right there. We'll put those on here in a second. And under the box, we have our braided USB-C cable. This is super nice. How long is this? Looks really long. Yeah, this is super nice. Man, they're really giving you some pretty good stuff for 70 bucks here. Yeah, so you got a super long USB-C cable. I'm assuming it's super long because the only way to use this controller on Xbox is if you have it wired to your Xbox. You can't use it wirelessly, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest. You would think something this nice would be able to wirelessly connect to an Xbox. Not to mention, the branding of the box has it marketed as an Xbox controller. It says it's designed for Xbox, but it doesn't even work wirelessly. So I really don't like that. But I'm primarily going to be using this on the PC, so I'm going to try not to think about that. But if you are an Xbox owner and you want to buy this controller, just know you can't use it wirelessly on the Xbox, and that's a super big bummer. And to be honest, that kind of takes away the reason to even have the charging dock if you're going to be plugged in the whole time. So then this is just a stand for your controller, which I suppose is okay, but using this controller on Xbox is just not ideal. I think this is more of a PC controller. Alright, now to the controllers. As we can see again, D-pad came off in shipping, so we'll see. Hopefully nothing's broken there. Let's see. And I'm wearing latex gloves, guys, because a few years ago I got into an accident at work and I crushed my fingers. And my fingernails are all jacked up, and I don't want you guys to have to see that. So we're going to be wearing latex gloves every time we do something like this. Okay, so here's the controller, D-pad. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's broken. Everything looks okay. You just got to put that in there, and it should just click right in. There we go. I'm just confused on how that even came out. It doesn't come out very easily. It's not like that came out super easily. Huh. Oh well. Okay, so let's take these foam rings off. And let's look at this controller. So you have two back buttons right here. Super nice. That's great. 2 triggers, and trigger locks, it looks like. So that's perfect because I need trigger. Oh, you guys hear that? It actually has mouse click triggers, which is super nice. It reminds me a little bit of my Scuff I have here. These also have mouse click triggers, but we're gonna talk more about the Scuff here in a second because I have some things to say. So we have mouse click triggers. Bumpers are not mouse click. These are pretty clicky. I don't think they're net mouse clicks though, but the D-pad is super clicky. So are the option and menu buttons. And another thing to note about this controller, these are Hall Effect thumbsticks. These are actually marketed as TMR thumbsticks. Here, let me show you guys. They say high precision TMR sticks, linear output, ultra long lifespan. GameSir is obviously very proud of their anti-stick drift capabilities. They market this all over this controller on how it's anti-stick drift, which I think is crazy because it's a $70 controller. And that brings me to this point right here, okay? This Xbox Elite wireless controller that I got was $150. This Scuff that I got right here, was like $170. I mean, it was expensive. And neither of these have Hall Effect thumbsticks. Neither of these have Hall Effect thumbsticks. And I think that's completely unacceptable. Because both of these have stick drift. I've had this controller for 6 months, already has stick drift in the right stick. And this one has stick drift on the right stick, and also the left bumper gave out on me. This doesn't even work anymore. So I'm super annoyed that I spent so much money on these controllers. I mean, this is over $300 combined here. And this controller right here is $70. It comes with a charging stand, and it comes with Hall Effect thumbsticks, comes with mouse click triggers, and super clicky buttons. I just can't see how this isn't a great deal. Oh, and also this right here. There's 2 extra buttons up here. So you can program these to do whatever you want them to do. I tried to do something similar with my Scuff right here. I tried to have these buttons do something on the side, but whenever I played the game, I kept accidentally clicking that. So I actually ended up deactivating these buttons. So with that being said, I think that having them up here is actually better for me. Because I have such big hands, I can hit that without hitting any other buttons. And I'm not going to accidentally hit it. That's like a very intentional move I have to do, right? So, man, I'm really excited to test out this controller and play with it a little bit. All right, guys, that is my first impressions of the GameSir G7 Pro. Thank you to GameSir for sending this controller out to me. It means so much. And I'm super excited to start playing with it. And I actually think this comes off. Yeah, this comes off right here. So that's even better. That makes it even look better. So yeah, guys, I'm excited to try this thing out. And just so you know, I use Control Freaks on my controllers, and I don't think that this will work on this. This is an Xbox Control Freak. I'm not sure this will work on, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna have to get a PlayStation 4 Control Freak for this controller. I did some research before it came, and it looks like this will fit a PS4 Control Freak instead of an Xbox one, which is kind of lame because this is an Xbox controller. Subscribe and like this video, and I will be posting a full review of this controller in about 2 or 3 weeks from now, just to see how it holds up and if I can recommend it. But right now, I think it's a nice little controller, man. 70 bucks, not bad at all. So if you guys are interested in buying this, go ahead and hit the link in the description below. You can use my affiliate code to help out the channel a little bit. No extra cost to you. It just helps me out, and I get a little bit of a kickback if I can get people to buy this controller. It'd be ready for the full review here in the next few weeks. Thanks, guys. Peace out.